Is Elon Musk right? Could regulatory delays actually prevent us from getting to Mars? SpaceX is hitting roadblocks on its journey to Mars, and these obstacles aren't coming from technical failures or equipment malfunctions, but from regulatory red tape. Originally scheduled for September, the launch has now been delayed to late November due to challenges in securing the necessary licensing. These delays, Musk warns, could seriously threaten humanity's dream of becoming a multiplanetary species. SpaceX's goal of reaching Mars isn't just an ambitious dream, it's becoming more tangible by the day. However, regulatory hurdles are slowing down this momentum. Musk took to X to vent his frustration, saying, "We will never get humanity to Mars if this continues." He's been vocal about how these regulatory issues are holding back progress, and it's not just a minor inconvenience. Musk believes that these delays could jeopardize the timeline for uncrewed missions to Mars, which SpaceX aims to launch in as little as 2 years, followed by crewed missions within another 2 years. Now let's talk about what's really causing the delay. The FAA is currently in the process of reviewing SpaceX's launch license. One of the key reasons for the delay is that SpaceX has made some changes to the vehicle configuration and mission profile, which triggered a more in-depth review. Additionally, new information came to light in August, revealing that the environmental impact of the upcoming test flight would cover a broader area than previously thought. This means the FAA has to consult with other agencies to ensure everything complies with environmental and safety regulations. It's a lengthy process, but one the FAA says is necessary to balance innovation with public safety. From SpaceX's perspective, though, this feels like overkill. The company argues that the environmental scrutiny it faces is often excessive to the point of being absurd. In fact, SpaceX has already faced accusations of environmental violations, such as allegedly discharging pollutants into nearby water bodies in Texas, claims the company has denied. Nevertheless, the FAA remains firm that its reviews are crucial for ensuring both safety and compliance with environmental laws. SpaceX has big plans for 2024, including multiple Starship launches and possibly crewed missions. If regulatory delays continue, it could throw the entire timeline into disarray. The key point of contention seems to be the environmental concerns raised by the FAA, which SpaceX feels are blown out of proportion. For instance, SpaceX has pointed out that its recent changes, like a new splashdown location for the Super Heavy booster, pose no additional risk to marine life. But the FAA, being cautious, has still opted for a consultation with the National Marine Fisheries Service to evaluate this new site. To add to the complexity, there's the issue of the sonic boom caused by Starship re-entering the Earth's atmosphere. The FAA has also requested consultations with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service to assess the impact of the larger sonic boom radius from this upcoming test flight. While SpaceX insists that sonic booms pose no significant threat to wildlife, regulatory bodies remain cautious. There's still a lack of consensus on the long-term effects of such noise on local ecosystems. For SpaceX, these delays are frustrating, especially when they believe they've already addressed many of the environmental concerns. The company claims to have put several mitigations in place, such as monitoring bird populations with drones and transporting injured sea turtles for treatment. They've even adopted Boca Chica Beach, where Starbase is located, through a Texas state program, and regularly clean up the area. Despite all these efforts, regulatory reviews keep piling up, slowing down their ambitious timeline. The tension between SpaceX and regulators reached a peak after the first Starship test flight in April 2023. The launch was spectacular, but it also caused some unexpected damage. Buildings shook, windows shattered, and debris was scattered miles away. The FAA grounded the rocket for further investigation, citing environmental concerns. The lack of a flame deflector, a system designed to absorb energy and heat from a rocket launch, was blamed for the severity of the damage. SpaceX acknowledged that the system wasn't ready in time for the launch, but insisted that the pad could handle it. SpaceX has made the necessary adjustments, including installing the flame deflector, and they're confident that the hardware is ready to go. Yet, regulatory challenges persist. The FAA has approved 2 separate 60-day consultations for environmental reviews, which could further extend the timeline for the next Starship test flight. SpaceX fears that the review process could drag on indefinitely, as any new questions raised during the consultation period could reset the 60-day clock. If SpaceX can't meet its aggressive launch schedule, it could lose momentum in the global race for space exploration. Other countries like China are also making strides in their space programs, and the delays could give them an edge. SpaceX is at the forefront of commercial space exploration, and any setback in its Mars ambitions could have far-reaching consequences, not just for the company, but for humanity's future in space. At the end of the day, this battle between innovation and regulation raises important questions. How do we balance the need for rapid technological advancement with environmental responsibility? Can we afford to let bureaucratic red tape slow down our progress toward becoming a multiplanetary species? Or are these regulatory checks necessary safeguards to ensure that we don't rush headlong into space without considering the impact on our planet and its ecosystems? One thing is clear: SpaceX is ready to go, but until these regulatory issues are resolved, the journey to Mars remains on hold. Don't forget to hit that like button, smash subscribe for more jaw-dropping space updates, and join us as we embark on a cosmic journey like never before.